Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Horde. I am Misal Dragon.
And I'm Deaf Griffin. Greetings. Part Griffin, part anime, part furry, and all mixed up.
And today we'll be talking about the evolution of the pony species, unicorns, earth ponies, pegasi, alicorns, from G4 to G5. Let's start with the very basic pony, the earth pony.
These ponies seem to be more sturdy than unicorns and pegasi, correct?
Yes, but not more than alicorns. The earth ponies are also much better with plants and growing food.
Oh, like Applejack, the blonde earth pony. When I saw her brother Big Mac, I thought our earth ponies were that solid and stocky built. You said they're good at working with the soil. I had heard that earth ponies are infused with magic, but not like unicorns and alicorns, I think, right?
Exactly. Earth ponies seem to have changed very little between the time of G4 and G5, other than getting more horse-like hooves. However, that's not to say they haven't changed at all. We see that Big Mac has hooves like that in G4, but his child does not, so it's entirely possible that this has become a more dominant trait. Maybe because after they lost their magic, they needed to become stronger in general, and those hooves are a sign of that.
I do like the idea of hooves being visible in the G5 ponies. The way the G4 ponies' legs and hooves looked like as they walked might have had the hooves more spongy-like, but when they walked, you did hear the sound of the hooves on the pavement.
Earth ponies may have become stronger as technology advanced so they could get better at building rather than being better at farming, since building can take much more stronger body to lift beams and such.
I still see some ponies using their mouths to hold things sometimes and then use their hooves for swinging hammers and such. A strong body means a strong base.
Definitely. But now we should probably move on to the Pegasus species, who have changed much more than the Earth ponies have. Not only are they more technologically advanced than the Earth ponies, they seem to also have more diverse technology.
The Pegasi. Okay, I have some questions about that.
What's on your mind, Griffin?
That Pegasus Rainbow Dash. She's the fastest flyer in all Equestria, I've heard, right? But I've seen her take a few crashes that would have crippled griffins like me, and within a day she's all healed and better by the end of the episode. How's that possible? Anime physics? Are all Pegasi that indestructible?
I don't believe it was anime physics. It seems ponies' bodies are able to handle a lot more, at least in G4. We see Pinky surviving a lot too, and unicorns occasionally blowing themselves up through magic while testing new spells. They seem like they're able to handle much more than they should.
That sounds painful. If I'd blown myself up, there would be nothing left but a pile of feathers and a set of eyes on top going blinky blinky. And Pinky, that brings up so many oddities, she scares me.
Pinky is a very unique pony in personality, but back to the Pegasi. They seem to have changed to be a bit more flashy, as the wings seem to be more colorful than the G4 Pegasi have. The only pony who seems to have wings more than one color in G4 that I can think of off the top of my head is Princess Cadence. And she was an alicorn, so she was already a special pony. Having wings that were a different color doesn't seem to be that odd for an alicorn, but for the average pony in G4, it would have been very unique. Whereas in G5, it is normal for wings to have more than one color, which reminds me a bit of flashy birds showing off their colors and feathers for a mate.
Thinking here, doesn't Rainbow Dash's commander have multicolored wings? Spitfire, I think? She wears sunglasses?
I don't think so.
Cadence is already an alicorn, so are the princesses, but Twilight as well?
Twilight is an alicorn throughout most of G4. Though she starts as a unicorn, she does earn her alicorn status. Though getting back on topic, I must say Pip's wings are super different, though I think this is less of an evolution thing and more of a style thing. She seems to be where to look when trying to find the line on evolution and style, on the Pegasus species at least.
Which one is Pip's? Is she the one with the cell phone?
Yes, she has hooves and felt locks like every pony else, but seems to have them painted gold or have gold shoes, which also seems to be a fashion thing since ponies don't have hooves colored to be gold, copper, diamond, amethyst, or other precious stones like that.
Oh, I agree. Pegasus wings are very different looking, from where the feathers are multicolored, and the wings are a different type than, say, Rainbow Dash's. And also the queen here, her wings are different than Celestia's and Luna's.
Pips are very fluffy looking as well. They also look like clouds. It's easy to tell that she's different from most other Pegasi. Most of the differences we see on Pip from other Pegasi seem to be a fashion choice of some sort. Now I think we should move on to the unicorns, which, much like other species, seem to have hooves like real horses do. Unicorns have horns that seem to be made of crystal in the new series. They are said to be unique for each unicorn, but don't look very different from one another to me.
I bet Rarity would have loved having those chance at crystal hooves. Maybe change the color with a spell? A fashion edition, maybe?
Maybe, but we don't know for sure if unicorns can change the color of their magic since they only got it back at the end of the movie. Their horns look very sturdy, yet also look fake. Whereas in G4, the horns look like they're actually part of their body, it seems like the G5 unicorns have their horns as decoration on their head instead. Otherwise, I can't say too much more on them since we don't see much of the unicorn species in the movie.
Well, besides Izzy, which I've become a fan of, she's just too adorable.
Maybe talk a bit on where they live, but again, we don't spend much time with the unicorns, so talking about them seems pointless to me. So lastly would be the alicorn. We only see one, and that's at the end of the movie. We don't even know for sure if she's going to stay in alicorn or not, so we don't know if she's a true alicorn or not. However, we can see how different Sunny is as an alicorn than the other alicorns we see in the past. The alicorns in G4 look more like they're supposed to be alicorns and that they are permanent, whereas Sunny's glowing horn and wings look like they'll disappear soon after the movie. Though I cannot say for sure, the transformation seems to be more magic driven, and Sunny's hair also seems to change color, even if it's just a little bit. We also don't know just how powerful G5 alicorns are, but we can assume they are at least as strong as a G5 unicorn, which might have helped if we knew how strong G5 unicorns were.
Big question for me is if MLP will be continuing as a new series with Sunny and Izzy, or will be a refresh of the G4 My Little Pony Ponies. Maybe a G4.5 maybe? If the series does come out, will the events of the movie be carried out in the series?
I think MLP G4.5 would be counted as Pony Life, but there will be a new series on Netflix continuing MLP G5 where we follow Sunny and her new friends and their adventures. Hopefully we get to know more about the species and how the world has changed, so I'm happy to see what we get more of, regardless.
Woo! Bring on the fan art and stories. Well, either way, I would be happy with a new series of some kind of MLP pony. Though it might be a tinge more happy with the 4.5 because I still love the G4 series. However, I would overall be happy in seeing that Izzy would be up to in the new series. If that happens, it would look like I would need a Netflix account even though I have an Amazon video subscription, and I hope to get a few Izzy plushies to sit beside my Luna.
Well, I think that's all for this video, unless you want to say something else, Griffin?
Firstly, I want to thank you, dear Misal Dragoness, for giving me a chance to work with you on this video. This is my first time doing something like this. Please call or message me if you'd like me back. I'd be pleased to help you again. Secondly, to your viewers, thank you for watching. And thirdly, the vast MLP community, thank you for allowing this Griffin to join your ranks. Look for me in film fiction under Komodo-Griffin. Cheers and God bless.
Of course, and thank you for joining me today. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, and if you didn't, please tell me why in the comment section below so I can improve in the future. I hope you have a pleasant rest of your day. So long!